How long can you run your RV's air conditioner off the Pecron F3000? Well, I did a video recently about my 80% rule, which is if you take the capacity of your power station and take 80% of that capacity, so if you had 3,000 watts, that'd be like 2,400 watts, you can figure that on a 1,000-watt air conditioner like I have on my camper, you could run your air conditioning for about 2.5 hours off of the Pecron F3000 or any similar power station. However, I was thinking about that and I thought, there's a couple things that you really need to consider, and so I thought I would do a video today to talk about those. Now, the first thing is that 80% rule and the video that I put out was assuming that your air conditioner was running at full output the entire time. But air conditioners don't always run once the camper or RV is cooled down, or for that matter, your room in a home during an outage. They tend to cycle up and down. So unless for some reason it's really hot and you've got to run that air conditioner at full throttle the entire time, it's actually possible to get more runtime out of a power station with only 3,000 watt hours simply because your air conditioner is not going to run all the time. It will ramp down and ramp up again. So I decided to conduct an experiment with my Pecron F3000 and my camper plugged into its 30 amp port. I set my air conditioner at high output automatic and set the internal temperature for the camper at 75 degrees. Now, it was 81 degrees out during this experiment, and the camper had gotten to about 84 or 85 degrees. So it was really warm in there, and certainly too warm to be considered comfortable. So I set it all up, turned everything on, and I walked away. We've got the Arctic Fox 990 by Northwoods, so it's just shy of 10 feet. It's got I want to say it's an 11,000 BTU unit on the roof. It could be 13. I'm not sure. I don't remember what we put in, but I was asked whether or not we could run that on one of those guys right there. And that's what we're doing. Was drawing over 1,000 watts. Just over. Let's have a look. Look at that, 1,041, folks. So we'll see how long it runs. In an hour, I came back and checked it, and then again in 2 hours and 3 hours, and actually, after about 3 hours of runtime, the temperature outside had dropped to below what the camper setting was, and the air conditioner was completely off. Well, 50% in 3 hours, folks. Sun's going down. Still 79 degrees out, but it's feeling cooler out here. So here in the shade, it's obviously probably 75. 74 inside the camper. I'm going to go ahead and shut it off, folks. So in 80 degree temperatures, we got 3 hours, about 3 hours and 10 minutes, and only 50% use, kept the camper cool. And I ended my experiment at that point because I realized that as long as the air conditioner isn't running full throttle, you could absolutely run longer than my 80% rule suggests. In fact, at 3.5 hours, my Pecron F3000 was still at 50%, meaning that under those conditions, it could probably run closer to 7 hours, at least, and keep that air conditioning running to keep my camper at least at 75 degrees in 81 degree weather. Now, I got to tell you, when it's 80 degrees out where I live and we're camping, the camper gets very hot. Even with the fans running and the windows open, it gets too hot. It becomes uncomfortable. So I've always resorted to running my generator, or if I had plug-ins, using the power from the park to run my air conditioning to keep the camper at least at 75 degrees so that it was reasonably comfortable inside. And I always knew that the evening temperatures would drop, and so I wasn't too worried about it because as long as it was around 75 degrees during the hottest part of the day, when it started to cool down outside, I could lower the temperature even cooler, and then at night with the air conditioning off, I could run my fans and have some windows open and keep the camper nice and cool for sleeping. But that led me to think, while I can answer that question, how long can your whatever power station run your air conditioning for? The reality is that there are a number of different conditions that can happen that will either shorten or extend that runtime, and that's always something that you have to consider. I would imagine that if you live in the South, like I did when I was in the Marine Corps, and it's 90% humidity out and 90 degrees out, that you're going to have to run it full time, full throttle all the time, and the 80% rule is a pretty good rule at that point. And that 3,000 watt hour power station is only going to get you a little better than 2.5 hours of air conditioning runtime. But if you live somewhere where it cools down at night, and you can open windows and run fans to keep the camper or RV cool, or your bedroom, then your power station may actually run that air conditioning for a lot longer. And we also have to consider that I'm running an air conditioning unit that uses 1,000 watts. If you're running one of the new inverter style air conditioners, then frankly at 300 or 400 watts, you're going to get a lot more runtime, especially if they cycle on and off. So that Pecron F3000 that I was testing, had I only been using about 400 watts to run my air conditioner and it was cycling on and off, I could extend that 3.5 hours that I ran and took me down to 50%. I could extend that to, well, probably 8 or 9 hours easily just to 50%, which means that I might get 12 to 18 hours of full runtime off of that Pecron F3000 with a very efficient air conditioning unit. And I think that's something that you have to take into consideration. So when you're looking at how long you could run an air conditioner with a power station, you need to know a few things. One is, how much power does your AC actually use? That would be number one. Number two, what's the temperature going to be like at night? Do I have to run my air conditioner all night long and all day long? And that's the only way I'm going to be comfortable during an outage because I live in South Carolina or something like that, or Florida. Well, that's something that you'd absolutely have to consider. But even then, if you could run from sundown to sunup off of your power station, which is likely to be cooler, maybe less humidity, and maybe, frankly, your air conditioner cycles on and off a lot less, then by the time the sun comes up, you might be able to get enough solar to run that. Something like the Pecron F3000 that can take 1,600 watts of solar, you could easily plug that in, charge up whatever you did drain off the power station, and also run your air conditioner at the same time. With 1,000 watts of charging going to the power station and 600 available to run your air conditioning, you could easily run 24/7 in a scenario like that. And I have to admit, I was kind of surprised by that, and it made me think I need to go camping and take my air conditioner when it's warm out and see how well it does in that situation. I haven't had the opportunity to do that, so perhaps I'll do that here pretty soon. But if you've done this with a power station and no external batteries, and just running off the power station from sundown to sunup and then using solar during the day, I'd love to hear the results that you have, so put them down in the comments. Let me know. I think it would help me out too. Well, anyway, folks, there you have it. It's possible to run your air conditioner for an extended period of time on a power station with only 3,000 watt hours under those conditions. Learn something new every day. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I've got another one right here for you to check out. And thanks to all my members. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. The old Jarhead out.